What's up everyone, it's CS Adventures here, back with another video. And today I'm going to be showing you my fully built S-Works Stumpjumper Evo. This was just a frame at first and now it's all done. So I'm going to show you some of the components that I put on this and do just kind of a full overview of the bike. So let's get started. So we're going to start from the back here and then move our way to the front. To start off here, we have the Hunt Enduro Wides. So I use Hunt wheels on all my bikes. Love the company. I think it's a great value for the money. So I went with the Enduro Wides just because it's more beefy rim. I wanted to take this bike kind of wherever I want to and not have to worry about the rims. I also put a Cushcore tire insert in to protect the rim as well and have different kind of riding style. You can run lower pressures as well with that, but honestly more for protection on the rim. And then next up for the tires, I went with the Maxxis Aggressor. We went with a 2.3 in the back, and then towards the front we went with the Maxxis DHF on the front with 2.5. Went a little wider in the front, narrower in the back. Still pretty big tires, but yeah, that's the setup for the tires. Moving on to the drivetrain here, went with an SLX XT mix. So for the cassette, went with SLX. There was only a little bit of weight savings with the XT, and I believe it was probably like 30 to 50 more dollars. So I didn't think it was really worth it, just for a couple grams of weight savings. Went with the XT derailleur along with the XT shifter. I wanted to kind of stay the same there with the shifting, keep those both XT because I wanted the added benefits of the XT shifter. Then we have the SLX crankset. So for the crankset, they can get beat up over time. You know, you get those kind of pedal strikes, but you know, rocks can, you know, chip away at it. They just get beat up. And for the money, I think it was probably $50 more for the XT crankset with only a little bit of weight savings, a couple grams here and there. So I'm sticking with the SLX along with the chainring. Wanted to stay consistent there with SLX. Then we have the chain guide and bash guard from One Up Components. I threw that on there just to give a little more protection. And also have that chain guide as well, so hopefully it doesn't pop off as easy. Next up, I went with the P&W Lone dropper post, and then I went with their lever as well, just to keep that consistent. It's a little on the heavier side. I know I can get lighter ones out there, but P&W does a great job with all of their components, so I went with them. And then for the seat, I wasn't too sure what to do with, you know, the seat. There's so many options out there, so many different like fits and sizes, but I went with the WTB Volt. Pretty cheap option, went off of Amazon, so I think it was like 40 bucks. And it's been great so far. I love it, super comfortable, lightweight. Yeah, so moving forward, this came on the frame, the Fox Float X. Really has done a great job. Lots of adjustability. Can't say enough about it. No, I didn't bottom out here. I was just washing it. It must have came off here. But yeah, and then for the frame, again, Stumpjumper Evo, carbon frame. It has a really nice exposed carbon here. That's what I really liked about this bike. Can't say enough about it. So much adjustability, has 6 different geometry adjustments, and that's partially why I got this bike as well. It's because it's so versatile. You can make it a full-on enduro bike, you know, make this in the low setting, drop, make it a lot slacker in front, and then you got pretty much an enduro bike. Or, you know, make it less slack, put it in the high setting, and now you got a trail bike. So versatile, and that's why I got this bike. But then moving forward here, went with a lot of P&W components, went with their stem as well as handlebars. They do a great job, and it's very affordable for mountain biking. Great value for the money as well. I run P&W stuff on my other bikes. Just love the company overall. And then next up for the brakes, I went with 4-piston brakes. I wanted a little more stopping power because this is more of an enduro trail bike. So I went with the SLX brake set. They are on the more expensive side. When you jump from 2 pistons to 4 pistons, there's definitely a big difference. But I wanted it for this bike. And I went with the XT rotors as well. They're both 180 millimeters. And it does a pretty good job. It's a little more modular than I would like. So I feel like some of my 2-piston ones, you clamp down just a little bit and it's stopping. These, it's a little more modular, but I'm just getting used to it. So I only had this bike for probably a month and a half now, so I'm definitely getting used to it. But it's been great overall. Great stopping power. I love those brakes. Moving on towards, we'll go with the grips here. So I've been deciding between going kind of like the regular mountain bike grips, like circular ones versus these Ergon GA3 grips. I just find the Ergons to be just more comfortable overall. It has more like wrist support, palm support, more to grab onto. But yeah, I like those a lot better. I tried the P&W grips. I really like them, but just not for this bike because I'm doing a lot of enduro, trail riding, hitting a bunch of rock gardens. You want that extra support definitely up front. And then we'll switch over to down here. I went with the Fox 36. Kind of a beefier fork, but definitely made more towards trail / enduro. I was thinking of a 38, but I think that's just too much for this bike. It's 160 millimeters of travel, plenty for me. I'm not going super crazy, not doing any downhill or super big drops or jumps yet, but definitely gets the job done. So much adjustability as well. Fox does a great job with their adjustability. I'm still learning it, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think I covered everything. Overall, this bike has been great. Corners super well. It is a little low to the ground. I mean, granted, I have it in the low setting, but I'm willing to kind of sacrifice that for great cornering. I just feel so comfortable going into almost anything with this bike. It can plow through a ton of stuff. But also be more of a trail bike if you want to go on those flowy trails as well. Love it, absolutely love it. So if you have any questions, just let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, that's going to conclude today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.